have merged New Jersey and Nevada.
Oh. How privileged we are. That's ridiculous.
Unfortunately, there's still way too few players.
That's because it's 2 states. Even though New Jersey has a lot of
Yeah, exactly. Like everybody's like, oh, are you going to go back to playing internet poker for Lou? No.
The sample size is far too small.
Especially when that, like, first of all, they outlawed HUDs.
What is HUDs?
HUDs are illegal. It's stat tracking software that you use.
Okay. That makes sense.
Basically
So, like,
cheating. Because you were able to, like, it would remember players you played with and their percentages on choosing certain choices.
Right.
Oh, I remembered everything. I remembered everything.
It was fucking hyper cheating.
Dude, it's not hyper.
Okay, now it's
It's just, I got to play 24 tables like I was playing all of them individually.
I feel like you said the same thing. Hyper cheating, being able to play yourself into 24
Listen,
people.
it's not making the decisions for me. It's just giving the information to help make those decisions correctly. And everyone's allowed to use it. It's surprising,
a third-party app that makes it easier to play online poker.
It's a third-party app that tracks statistics.
I don't see why that would be illegal.
Well,
I can see why it's frowned upon. Like,
Are you also the type of person who thinks card counting should be fine?
card counting is not illegal.
I didn't say it was illegal.
Frowned upon.
Yes. And it gets you kicked out of casinos.
Yes.
And banned.
Well, yeah.
Yes. But that doesn't make
That's
it
because
illegal.
casinos don't like
Nobody
losing
says it's
money.
illegal. Yeah, nobody says it's illegal. You just put the stakes so far in your favor, it's ridiculous.
If a online casino wants to say, we've discovered you're using a statistics tracking thing, we're banning you, I got no problems with that.
Yeah. No, they're not allowed in the state of Nevada. They are allowed in the state of New Jersey.
Oh, to ban you for using stat trackers?
Yeah. But that's why, despite the fact that the World Series of Poker has merged the 2-player pools, it still doesn't get many people from Jersey because you can't use a HUD.
Can't use what?
You can't use the HUD. Because to level the playing field, they made it so it's illegal on their
You're
site.
making chicken parm sandwiches?
Yes.
How many?
Why do you ask?
Do you have an extra? I may be interested.
We have this many rolls.
I'm not using tomato sauce. I'm making homemade Alfredo sauce. So that's still interesting.
That... Sure.
Okay, then I should have it.
Alfredo? Chicken parm Alfredo?
Yeah, the thing I ordered from the diner.
I had chicken parm Alfredo on Fridays.
Yeah. Oh, that diner? They don't do Alfredo.
No, I said Fridays.
It tastes like that. The Park Ave diner. It tastes like they mixed Alfredo sauce and hollandaise sauce when they do Alfredo. It's still really good though.
Well,
Like I dig it. I get it when I go there.
It's
but
the same,
it's like
it's the same thing with their
it's not real
franchise.
Alfredo. Oh yeah.
Their
It's the
franchise
same
is
thing with a lot
not
of their
franchise. It doesn't matter to me. I think it's better.
I like whatever you did here.
Yeah. Actually, the only thing I got from there that I didn't like because it was non-standard was mac and cheese.
I've
You're
never
not
had mac and
supposed
cheese
to
there.
do. Don't ever do that. They put cottage cheese as the main cheese in their mac and cheese.
Okay, that is bizarre.
And it made me want to throw it at the waiter.
It's not their fault. Yeah, it's not the waiter's fault.
That's why I didn't. It's still one of those things like, you could have warned me, man. Like, I asked them how it was,
Why
and
is
they
this
recommended
cup
this.
used?
What?
Which one?
It was rental.
It was at the bottom of the stack.
It's used?
It looks like someone washed it out and bit into the corner.
That might just be a flaw of the cup.
That might just be.
This one's used.
Maybe all of those are used.
Yeah, no.
Maybe it's a
This
stack
one
of
has
used
like little
cups.
spots of soda inside.
Did your
this
mom
one's
do that
definitely
thing where
used.
she like?
Rinse stuff and put it back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mom does
Probably.
that too sometimes.
My mother does that with tin foil from the toaster. It's like, it's still clean. No, it's like a tenth of a penny a sheet. Just use a new sheet.
It could be worse, man. There was a point where we were doing the Yomi thing, and we rented this Airbnb for a Texas event. And we proceed, and the guys are just like, yeah, we get these frozen pizzas so we don't have to buy stuff. You're gonna save money. I'm like, cool, that's great. Just don't set the house on fire. So they cook one, put it on the tin foil. And they get it out, and they're like, oh man, we don't have more tin foil. Just put it upside down, it'll be fine. No! wake up to the fire alarm going off because there's a fire in the stove.
Because it's been dripping off the tinfoil.
Exactly. Exactly. Like, why would you do that?
Holy shit.
I literally that day I literally put out fires for Yomi Gaming.
I think the last time I caused a fire was when I put ramen in the microwave and forgot to put water in the bowl.
It's me, NCR or Jordan. What's up, man?
Jordan.
NCR or Jordan?
He tuned in yesterday.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and I guess he watched
He started tuning in again this weekend. He was watching me play Shenmue.
Cool. Cool. We're gonna count right now. Pieces of chicken we have.
You're going to be streaming Dragon Quest?
Tomorrow, yeah.
Cool.
I've played a lot of games this year. Well, these past 2 months.
That's good.
You should be able
I know
to
the
stream-
interest was dwindling for a while there.
You can
Well-
stream Dragon Quest today if you want. He's getting it.
But
Oh, you haven't done it yet.
we're streaming
Yes.
cooking.
But then afterwards, I was planning to watch movies.
Oh, okay. I guess I can start tonight then. But
If you didn't want to, yeah,
I
just abandon
haven't played video
Throw this
games
up.
in a while, but
Yeah,
I
check on
guess working non-stop for 5 or 6 months straight is
You
like,
can do the other
okay,
way.
now I'm going to play video games for 5 and 6 months straight.
I mean, you didn't,
want
you
the
didn't do
big
that
night
either.
this
You
one?
played League for a while.
Yeah,
Then you
yeah.
started playing games.
Yeah.
There's not one.
I went on a losing streak today in League.
Maybe you should start playing League.
I won my last 15 games.
15.
What if they were all the same games that you guys played?
He's the opposite side.
I can never get a winning streak because I always play with Jackie Tran and he's fucking atrocious.
Is
Like
he the toxic
literally
player?
every time. What?
Is he that toxic player you're talking about? Your
Maybe.
roommate?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
He definitely talks shit to his own team and he literally makes the worst calls imaginable. Like without
Just
fail.
enough.
Every
That's
time
right.
this man says, this is the only way we can win the game, he just said we should do something that's going to kill our whole team and throw it.
What?
Like, it's literally like, hey, we just killed all of them and we're on the dragon side. We need to go Baron. Like, dude, we have half a health. We're all at half health and there's no tank.
Why don't we just
we
do
don't
Dragon?
Baron, we're going to lose the game. It's like,
There's a point where you just have to give up Baron.
Or just do Dragon, you're on Dragon
even
side.
then. No, we could just take a fucking tower.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Like, there's 4 of us. There's minions. We could just kill a tower. Like,
Here you are.
towers won't kill
Yeah.
2 or 3 people on the team or leave us in a position where
No,
we all
no.
have low health and they all show up at once.
The mistake I see most often is people get a tower and then they keep on going.
Leave.
Yeah, get the tower and
Yeah.
leave. You got your advantage,
Fucking
leave.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's good to take a tower. We
Or-
need to take more than a tower.
You'll take that first one.
Yeah.
That's all I want.
Or the worst is the bot lane, 2-on-2, wins the 2-on-2, and then stays bot until the other team comes back to lane, now with more items and full health.
Yeah, no. You push the waves to their tower and go back.
Exactly.
Like,
And
it's
maybe
not-
if your jungler's there, you take the tower.
I cannot believe how many people don't understand lane control. Like, it should be really easy to understand. Hey, just shove the lane to the other tower and it'll push back this way and the way you like it.
When you kill the opponent, push the tower.
Simple
Yeah.
science.
Yeah, but dude, the amount of times that I have a jungle gang top lane, kill one minion wave, and then
Really
leave, it's
about
like,
that.
no, push!
This is gonna come apart.
Like, you should either kill no minions or all of the minions. Just start it, keep going, you'll get experience, you'll get, like, levels and shit, you'll get money.
It helps the
It's
team.
good for
It
everyone.
resets the lane for you.
Actually, I
I
find
know.
most often playing as Nasus, I always get first tower.
Nice.
Because if my jungler ganks, we win, and I get first tower.
Yeah.
Jordan, we're eating chicken parm.
What are they gonna do? Push me into tower? They push me into tower, I sit on their tower and farm, and
Right.
they can't kill the tower. 2-on-1, I just sit there.
Yeah,
Good old
yeah.
Mantis.
That feels like playing Window.
I just had a game where I had 10% health. I was up against a Singed. I already had my adaptive helm. Full health Singed, full health Wukong, tower token. I didn't die.
Well, you'll have OB.
Well, you popped your ult, didn't you?
Yes!
Yeah,
I popped my
exactly.
ult, killed Wukong because he's the threat, and I have adaptive
Why do you
helm!
point at me?
Singed doesn't give a I don't give a shit about him with adaptive helm. He does no damage.
You're under the tower with a minion wave pushing at it. Like, don't you gain health by AoE damage to everything around you?
The AoE, it's that early in the game. It's like 12%.
But I just feel like the fact that they're pushing you when you're standing next to like 15 different things that are going to take damage, it feels a little dumb.
Yeah, it's true.
like there's a full fucking minion wave for you to leech health off of.
The what? The what? The what? The cornflakes.
Oh, you want the cornflakes?
Dude, I don't know.
So it sucks to be in Japan right now.
You want the panko bread Italian?
Japan got hit by an earthquake and then the biggest typhoon they've had in 20 years.
Other order.
Whatever, it doesn't matter.
Kinda does.
Just typhoon, then earthquake.
Either way, they both happened.
And apparently the earthquake they got was like the strongest on their scale.
Easy.
And it's the strongest typhoon they've had in 20 years.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's a Soul Calibur curse.
What?
Right before the release of Soul Calibur 5.
Listen,
The,
this one happened too late for it to really affect development.
Yeah, no.
That one happened when they were like really trying to ramp up and go for it.
The Nakashima earthquake in 2012 happened like 6 months before the release. No, Fukushima was the nuclear reactor.
But that was also an earthquake. That's why it caused it.
Oh, it was Fukushima, you're right.
Like the earthquake caused the thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Man, Japan doesn't get a break, does it?
They live on an island.
No. Oh, please, wait until all the fucking radiation in the ocean gets to them for you.
They live on an island
They already said that it's pretty bad.
on the Ring of Fire.
Pretty fucked because of that all-star reactor, right?
Yeah.
They live on an island on the Ring of Fire, and the Ring of Fire exists because it's on a fault line. They're kind of fucked no matter what they do.
Isn't Mount Fuji a volcano? Like,
yes,
dormant?
it's part of the Ring of Fire. The Ring of Fire is just like this circle of volcanoes in the Pacific because they're all on a fault line.
Yeah. Hey, at least it's not Yellowstone.
That's true. Supposedly when that blows up, the world is done.
Well, you have to understand the size of it. Yellowstone is literally so big, they didn't realize it was a volcano until there was satellite imagery. Like, it was literally, they were like, oh, it's just a big, it's like kind of like this ridge, these ridges around this park. And it's like, no.
Is it?
That's a volcano that's so huge.
Isn't Yellowstone like dew?
What do you mean dew?
Like, it erupts on a clockwork schedule and it's dew?
It's hard to say when dew is
time of
for
the month or
something
something? Is that what you're
big.
saying?
Well, there's a fault line in California which is supposed to erupt something like every 27 years, like clockwork, and that didn't erupt last time.
Oh.
So...
Let's hope Yellowstone isn't powering up. Because fuck.
Yeah, I was looking at graphs, it's like, yeah, it's not so
I
bad.
was watching a documentary on that fault line. It
Fucking
was
bad for the world.
supposed to earthquake in like '98, and so you've got armies of geologists with all the recorders set up that year, ready for the earthquake, and nothing happened.
Wow. All I have to
Because
say
it
is...
literally happens every 28 years like clockwork.
Holy shit.
I hope that shit doesn't blow up when I live out there. Fuck.
I just hope it doesn't blow up.
Listen, it's
No,
gonna
it'll
blow
blow
up
up
inevitably. I just hope it doesn't blow me up in the process.
Well,
okay.
Well, it's not one of the
Okay.
big faults like San Andreas. It's one of the smaller ones.
Kersher's sudden but inevitable explosion.
Kersher's sudden but inevitable betrayal.
Can you
I know,
really
like,
be betrayed
people are
by
getting upset that the Nintendo Direct was delayed because of the earthquake. I'm like, there's 3 million people without power in Japan.
Who knows how many deaths?
Yeah.
That shit is crazy.
Nintendo
It's like,
Direct
it's just
can
games,
wait.
man, and like, it's not like, it's like being delayed a week or something at the most. People are ridiculous.
People are stupid.
Yeah, people are stupid.
No, people don't care until it inconveniences them.
And it inconveniences them because they don't get the Nintendo Direct.
Yeah.
Oh no. Nintendo Direct, why? Why?
Apparently this one would be about the online services since that's supposed to start like this month.
Oh, for the Switch?
Yeah.
In general?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
How's the music in Dragon Quest?
It's Dragon Quest.
So whimsy.
Yes.
Yo, Dragon is so hyped for Soul Calibur 6, it's kind of funny.
Who?
Dragon.
Dragon.
The little kid in Injustice.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, you probably know. fine.
He won Evo.
Dragon?
Yeah.
Won Evo.
Yeah.
In Injustice.
Yep.
What happened to Sonic Fox?
You beat
He
him.
lost.
Oh, alright then.
That would make sense if Dragon won.
Exactly. Yeah.
That checks out.
Well, he might not have known that.
Exactly.
Maybe he thought Sonic Fox wasn't even in the tournament.
Maybe
It's
Sonic Fox
evil,
doesn't
come
play
on.
Injustice anymore. I don't know.
This is evil last year, not this year.
Yeah.
Who won
I don't
this
think he
year?
really plays now, but then he did.
The rewind?
Oh yeah.
And that was before Marvel. So it was one of those
Do
things.
people
where he
play
didn't really
Marvel?
have other
Answer your
things
phone.
Do people play the new Marvel?
They did for a while.
I bet there's like 5 people in the world that
Honestly,
play
I
it.
think that's why he didn't make IPS Season 2, or what was that? Not the IPS, the E-League. See, he lost in the elimination phase of that one. And I blame a lot of that on him playing mostly Marvel. Because that kid showed up and he was dropping combos on TV. Like, Sonic Fox is not the guy that drops a lot of combos.
On
Hey,
TV, does he still have the fursuit?
Yeah, that kid was really fucking good at Marvel. When it first came out, he bodied NLBC week after week for a while.
Oh yeah.
But then no one plays it. Now.
Pass me that.
So what are we planning?
want me to-
What are you planning on watching tonight?
The second movie?
Doesn't really matter.
See, I remember starting around.
I'm trying to get to the third movie, bro.
Like, I have not.
I do it sometimes so my characters don't jump to the monster. It saves a little.
I thought you were gonna watch Hereditary.
I like that the case
Oh,
had
that's it.
reversible covers.
Yeah, that
New,
is.
new art and classic art.
Yeah, I never read anymore. I read my horse. So I like getting preemptive attack.
Oh, I do it every once in a while. But then again,
You can't get preemptive attacks on the horse.
No,
If you travel much faster.
I looked at the trophy list. It said nothing's missable, single playthrough. I said, done. That's what I'm getting.
Yeah, I hear it's very simple.
Because I was looking into it, and they're like, this game has a very unique New Game Plus mechanic. Do you know about it?
No, I kept myself pretty much in the dark about it, so.
yeah, I did a lot. Like, I only knew that the game was coming out.
I just checked to see if anything was missable.
I don't think anyone knew the game was coming out until like it came out.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like,
I'm like, oh,
it was
it's coming out. What?
Tuesday morning. Oh,
What?
Dragon Quest XI's released. What? Like,
Yeah, essentially. That was me. You got me. That's not even a joke.
But the way I read that they did a New Game Plus mechanic, do you want to know? Basically, they do time travel
thing.
right at the end.
Spider-Man looks a lot of
Plus
fun.
content, and then you time travel back to earlier in the game, and some catastrophe is happening. So you go through the game
Kind of
again,
contemplating it.
but all the events are different. That's an interesting method. Basically, the game has 3 arcs: Arc 1, Arc 2, and then post game. And at the end of post game, you go back to the beginning of Arc 2.
No, he's asleep. That's the reason why I did it. Because he's asleep.
What is that dark? Oh, Party Wolf's not auto.
Oh, Party Wolf finished streaming?
One thing I
So-
don't
Dude, have you seen Lars? Holy fuck. Holy fuck, Lars is dumb. He's so dumb. I think it's like, what's that fucking 2-hit high thing he does that goes into stance? Where he like dashes forward afterwards?
I think you're overestimating the amount of Lars I know.
Well, he's got this 2-hit thing, it looks like it's like a 12 or 13 frame move. And if you're backed up against the wall, it does like 90 something damage.
Does he have a default main?
That's a lot.
No.
Yeah! Yo, Lars wall damage is fucking retarded.
Actually, I don't know.
To the point where, like, some of my friends are just like for example, the best, Dion Gray, the best Tekken player in Australia. He says he is officially a Lars main until he gets normalized. Or he gets patched or nerfed or however you put it.
Smart man.
That is a very smart man, hell yeah. Please, he used to play Jack. While Jack kind of got better, he definitely isn't as dumb as he was, because he can't just jackhammer all the time. That shit was dumb. Fucking 15 frames, safe, tracking fucking move.
Only tracks to one side.
This is true, but the other sides were down forward 2 hit you. Like, it's like you have to step in a down forward 2 or standing 2. Like, none of this is good for you.
Didn't they make electric track now?
They gave electric a bigger hitbox overall. So it's going to have better tracking and better range.
Electrics?
Yes.
Why?
Because...
They want to see Mishimas.
Yeah,
What?
Mishimas aren't doing as well as they want them to, apparently.
Yeah,
But they nerfed Devil Jin's Hell Sweep.
yeah, they only won the Tekken World Tour, so you know.
But, okay, here's the question. Besides Qdans, what Mishima players are winning?
I mean, you
Like,
can
that's
say that about almost any individual character, other than Jack.
Jack,
Other than Jack, if you think about other characters,
Katsu, that is babyless.
who is winning? Who's winning with these characters?
Who's winning with other characters? There's plenty of people winning with plenty of characters.
No,
Like-
are there multiple people winning with repeated characters?
With repeated characters?
Because you say who else is winning with him besides Qdans? But you can say that about a lot
Okay,
of
you could
characters.
say that about Jin, regular Jin,
Who's winning with him besides Book?
Run It Black.
Who's winning a significant event with him besides Book?
Oh, come on! The Koreans don't play the same fucking characters. So it's like, the players of that tier are all playing fairly unique characters. So I'm just like, my brain defaulted back to who's winning with those characters when they're in similar player field, or a field of similar players. So my first thought was Run It Black, because he does not, like, no offense to him, but he doesn't seem like the best player in SoCal, but he's still fucking crushing SoCal right now, because Jin was kind of fucking dumb.
Isn't he the one that grabbed somebody else's controller and threw it?
That was Tim.
Who's Tim?
Tekken Tim? No, I'm not Tekken Tim. I'm Tim.
Oh, that's right. You only throw your own controllers.
He grabbed the other.
Not anymore.
Wait, what? Wait,
Not
what?
anymore.
I didn't even know this
Oh,
story.
I'm sorry. You only throw controllers you borrow from me.
No,
I paid you for all those.
I've seen him throw the same controller twice. Out of surprise.
Yes.
Well, that's because it bounced and went back into his hand.
I'm surprised.
Wait, what happened?
That's legit.
Okay,
That's what he does.
I was
He
sitting
lost to
down. I lost to this guy, and I was like tight on my stick, so I just went bam, and I was like boof, and the thing literally popped up off the ground and went right back in my hand. I was like, what the fuck? I threw it across the room where I opened that seat again.
Wait, now what about this other Tim that just throws other
The
people's
other Tim,
controllers?
I forget who he lost to, but he got beat up and he grabbed the guy's controller and threw it.
Wow. People wilding out here like they're not gonna get punched.
Yeah.
There was somebody in Smash that I saw.
It's Ryan!
Oh, hey Ryan. There's somebody in Smash that I saw who he lost, so he like slapped the other person. And the other guy didn't do anything. Did you see this?
What?
Yeah! Oh shit!
He literally just got up and was like, fuck
Well,
you.
because he was like kind of like trying to tell him like what he did wrong and stuff. He was trying
Even though
to
he lost.
Yeah. The other guy was trying to tell him about the matchup and stuff, like trying to help him, and he just, the loser just smacked him. Because he couldn't take the fact that someone was telling him how to win the game.
Holy shit. No, that's a sore loser.
Yeah.
But the other guy did nothing. That's wild to me. I don't know.
Like,
why
I think he left it off.
Okay, who's carrying around barbecue sauce and why is it not Sweet Baby Ray's?
I'm carrying around barbecue sauce, and that's because I got it from a small Texas smokehouse. It's definitely better than Sweet Baby Ray's.
I disagree. I really like Sweet Baby Ray's.
Sweet Baby Ray's is a chain, and that's a single place in Texas.
Katsu says he's
Yes,
gonna
yes,
have
but Sweet Baby Ray's is a chain because it's really fucking good.
Sometimes you're a chain because you're good, and then once you become a chain, it lowers the quality past that of a famous smokehouse in Texas. I will trust this famous smokehouse in Texas.
I'm not trying to knock the smokehouse in Texas. I just like Sweet Baby Ray's hits my palate properly.
It's your jam.
Oh shit, that's right. One Piece is on break.
Yeah.
One Piece is on break this week.
The manga or the anime?
Mega.
Thank God.
Yeah, because that fight is about to start in the anime.
Oh really? I guess it's
The
good.
fight.
I haven't seen.
I might actually watch it, man.
I have not seen One Piece in like 2 months.
What was the last thing you saw?
I don't fucking remember.
Do you recognize the name Katakuri?
No.
Are you on Whole Cake Island?
yes.
One of the Sweet Three commanders?
Oh, is he the ones we haven't fucked with yet?
He's a giant. Well, it's hard to
He's
know.
like,
He's giant.
they fucked up the cracker guy.
Yeah, he's one of the three.
And then there was a
Cracker
dude
guy?
that sees the future.
Yes, that's him.
Oh,
That's right.
okay.
About to fight Luffy, baby.
The one
they're
that
at that in the
the
anime?
one that was like killing
They're
people
at
with
that
jelly
anime already?
beans.
Wow.
Okay.
And the animation is.
Hold on, I thought
I'll
he
have to
was
check
going to
that
go
out.
up against one of the other guys, and Luffy was going to have to fuck up Big Mom. Don't say anything! Don't say anything!
He
Don't
said a lot.
say
He said a lot of stuff,
anything.
and
Don't
then
say anything! I'm
And then
sorry.
they immediately regretted it.
yeah, you're like, is it that? Don't tell me. No.
Yeah, it's like, I was expecting this. No, don't answer this question.
No,
This is a bad idea.
no physical confirmations. Don't nod.
Fuck. Oh, fuck that. Somebody put that shit on the TV. I need to find my fucking Crunchyroll login.
Keep the breathing even.
Mod piece. Don't get so angry at CSGO. Even though it's probably hard.
That's hard. That sounds hard.
Mod piece just spent 40 minutes yelling at my screen. CSGO, I think we're good. We're great.
Why do you think 2B is gonna be in Soul Calibur, buddy?
What? I don't think 2B's gonna be 12 gallon.
No, that's what Ryan says.
No, but it's gonna be in Soul Calibur. Everyone has it.
Of course you use Josie. Wait, you use Josie and you don't use fucking Talon? You're a betrayer to the Filipino race.
Paolo Filipino? Yeah, I didn't know that.
It's supposed to be the Southeast Islander.
Oh, okay.
There's only 2 of them. There's only 2 islands out there.
So you got a
Malaysia-
50-50 chance of being
Yeah,
right about that.
there's Malaysia and there's the Philippines, and they both look the same.
What about Singapore? Well, it's not an island.
I don't think they consider that Southeast Asian. Okay.
Yo, watch them not put in 2B. Watch them put in another character.
Well, I only say
From
that.
there, like
From 9S or 2X.
I mean, my basis for that is because of Maple Story, the Southeast Asia version. Singapore is one of their biggest regions. But that was Maple Story, so that was like 10 years ago.
What?
Get jacked.
God damn it. I will never get to go to Dragon Con, ever.
Go to what?
Ever. Dragon Con. It's this thing in Atlanta.
Yeah.
I've wanted to go ever since I moved to Atlanta and I heard about it. But it literally always runs up against shit I want to do.
I want to go back to an Otakon.
Like, for example, this year was Summer Jam weekend.
Yep. Okay.
So now I can.
And of course they
Now
have
that I
next
can take
year.
weekends off.
The year before that was.
That's true.
I don't know. It
It's just
always
something
runs up
happened.
against something. And it's just like really,
So maybe next year.
like,
When is Otakon? I forget.
Usually end of July, early August.
Sometimes it runs into what's it called?
Evo.
Evo, yeah.
Well,
It's,
maybe next year. Because the last time I went was 2006.
I heard it's not as good.
No, that's changed.
It's in DC now.
I moved from the because the
Oh, really?
Baltimore was so good.
it was great as long as you didn't walk too far.
Yeah.
As long as you stayed in that Bay Area, yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
You have to stay in the harbor. The second you leave the harbor, it gets real hood real quick.
But now apparently the spot is in DC. Even the area around the convention is hood.
Yeah, dude, that's
Like,
'cause
just
it's in
where the
DC. Come on.
Yeah.
DC is a cesspool. And then there's senators.
I didn't hear a difference.
Those are sick. Yeah.
Well, it's a different kind of cesspool.
You said the same thing twice.
Well, I make a differentiation because there's a cesspool you're expecting when I say cesspool, and then there's these rich douchebags that have created their own cesspool of corruption.
Right. There are
It's
people who will
different,
stab
like,
you in the
The
back and people who
hood
stab you in the
cesspool
front.
and the corrupt rich people cesspool is just like different shit. So I differentiated. But in general terms, you are absolutely correct.
No, it makes sense. It's a good differentiation. It's hard to say. Differentiation. There we go. I did it.
You did it?
I did it.
You said it?
Moppies is asking if we would ever stream SCP Containment Breach, and that's actually been on my mind.
Is that a game?
It is.
Apparently,
But it was very, when I first looked at it, it was very alpha. Like, it was very bare bones. I haven't checked it out recently.
Because you're so beta.
Maybe. But,
Beta boy.
I love SCP. SCP's fantastic.
Oh yeah, I love reading that shit. Well, I loved reading that shit. I haven't read it in a very long time.
I recently went back to it because of the Channel Zero show.
Okay.
The one based on the creepypasta.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what's SCP doing now?
Yeah.
So I read the top rated stories. Well, I'm reading the top rated stories of the last month.
I just read that Burt Reynolds died.
What?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't hear about that?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, he just. Apparently, it was this morning, early this morning.
He's gone.
Damn.
Yeah.
It was.
Still not the most depressing news I heard today.
Why?
Apparently, the Trump administration is trying to sidestep the sanctions that prevent them. They created limits for detaining immigrant children. Yeah, they're going back after the kids, which is moral, incredibly moral. Yeah.
Well, those kids defend themselves.
Exactly. I mean, come on. They asked for it. It's not like they were just following their parents.
So it says the cause of death was cardiopulmonary arrest.
Heart attack.
Heart attack. Isn't pulmonary also lungs? So
I'm pretty sure that's heart attack.
well, cardio is heart, pulmonary is lungs. Zombieland 2 to begin production in January.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yes.
I hope they bring back Bill Murray.
Dude.
You're asking for the one thing that they can't do?
It's a zombie movie. They
Listen,
definitely can.
He's zombie Bill Murray. They shot him in the chest, okay? His head is intact. He can be zombie Bill Murray.
That'd be great if like he is a zombie, but he still just acts like himself.
It would be hilarious if he shows up and then the guy who killed him's like, "No, I can't do this again. I have to leave. I can't do this."
Or he shows up. He shows up and he just shoots him immediately. He's like, "Why would you shoot him? I don't know.
I already killed him. He has to be dead.
Wait, where is it? Do you see Italian seasoning over there?
Italian season?
No, I have old
There's
Bay.
very few things on this table.
It's like this size.
There are very few things. This
fuck?
what you see is what you got.
It was 24 hours. Oh, 24? Yeah, 24 hours. Where the fuck did this thing go?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you. That's a long time.
Dude, in this house, you can go anywhere.
It's true.
And everyone's expected to return. All 4 of them.
Of course.
So that's
Or
good.
else it wouldn't be the same, right?
Yeah.
I just-
Well, I mean, sometimes they just change people, or like they just write out characters. So
That's true. I feel like it's been a very long time since I've seen that happen to a notable series.
Oh, there is Old Bay here.
Oh, hey, Dan. I'm saying it does happen.
It's true. 458. I
I
forgot what my favorite SCP
Probably
is.
lower.
It's been a while.
Yeah, I did look in there. But
Apparently, Burt Reynolds was
Well, no, I'm
in,
just trying to think of where
gonna be in
The
Once
show
Upon a
you're
Time
looking
in
at is
Hollywood,
way too high for
so
everything.
he's gotta be recast.
Correct.
Oh,
And,
they didn't start shooting it?
Sure.
yeah. And that's gonna take a while for Tarantino to be like,
almost.
I need to find someone else.
Right. Alright, that is what his movie's
What
called.
the fuck?
But the,
Was it? Wait, was it in the drawer?
It was in a drawer.
You know, that checks out. I shouldn't be surprised. That checks out.
Yeah, why are you surprised?
Yeah.
Where are you looking?
Well,
Italian season.
Tarantino's not too particular about who he has, as long as he has like. Usually,
What's
Definitely.
this?
He definitely is.
no, well, because Burt Reynolds was supposed to be in his next movie, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Oh, okay.
Wasn't it about the Manson family?
Yes, it's about the Manson family and Hollywood in general, pretty much. But I know Margot Robbie is what's her name? The one that was I forget who. I already forget the name of her character. Sharon Tate. She's playing Sharon Tate.
Who's playing Manson? Is that cast?
I mean, let's look. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Once Says I know Brad Pitt's in it, Leonardo DiCaprio's in it,
Right, yep.
and Margot Robbie. Those are the main cast. So let's see. Leonardo DiCaprio is Rick Dalton. Brad Pitt is Cliff Booth. Apparently they're just like actor. Well, Brad Pitt plays Leonardo DiCaprio's stunt double in Hollywood. Margot Robbie is Sharon Tate. Damian Lewis is going to be Steve McQueen. Luke Perry is Wayne Maunder. Does not say anything about Manson.
Oh. I thought this next movie was going to be about the Manson family.
I mean, oh wait, no. Damon Harriman. Who's Damon Harriman? Sullivan's, Taurus Rising, Defying Doctors, Alpha Jules, Big Steel. Not anything I know.
You say real steel?
No. I forget what I said, but I know it wasn't the real
Can
steel.
you please say real steel? Come on, man.
He wasn't in
Let me
J.
see the buzz go. Say real steel.
Costa Ronin. I know that guy.
You might make him say real steel.
Grandma Walker.
Can't. He's his own person.
I know.
Get
over there and do it.
A lot of people. People are weak. Oh, Bruce Lee's gonna be in it. Who's Mike Mo?
So they're bringing him back to life.
Yes. I don't know this guy.
What?
Al Pacino's in it.
They're bringing him back to life.
Yes.
His
Oh,
career.
Clifton Collins Jr. I know that name. Oh yeah, he's in what's it called? Westworld, and he was in Game of Thrones, I think, as well.
Got him.
What the? Game of Thrones.
Who's this?
Clifton Collins Jr.
Clifton Collins.
What the fuck?
No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't in Game of Thrones. I was wrong. Sorry.
What?
That was my mistake. I lied. I'm a liar.
Clifton Collins Jr.
Dakota
Oh,
Fanning,
Jr.
Luke Perry,
Did somebody say Clifton Collins Jr.?
Cookahella Jr. Yeah, Damian Lewis and Steve McQueen. I haven't seen Billion, so I don't know how good he is.
Hey Google. Set timer for 5 minutes.
All right, 5 minutes. Starting now.
My piece has a question, and it's random.
What is it?
Would you rather spend 45 seconds in a ring with Chuck Norris or Bruce Lee?
Chuck Norris. Bruce Lee beat him.
It's true. That is true. And is
That's
it current?
great.
Is it them in their current states? Because I can just I can stand in the ring with a pile of ashes.
Okay,
Yeah.
here's the question. Are there any rules?
And what would we be doing in the ring? He
Are
didn't
there
say.
any rules? Because Chuck Norris even said himself, if there were rules, he could probably beat Bruce Lee. But the second that they take them out of like traditional
what rules?
karate rules, where Chuck Norris was a world champion,
Okay.
he would get bodied.
The
Also,
rules, it would
is-
work on the rules.
Is this martial arts Chuck
I-
Norris or Walker, Texas Ranger Chuck
His
Norris?
height and weight is a problem.
Because if he shoots
That's
you,
true. That's true.
that doesn't take 25 seconds.
You shot
Oh, hold on, 25
MMA
seconds?
rules.
I can run laps around a ring. Let's go.
While he's shooting.
He's got more than one shot.
While he's shooting.
No, he can't have a gun.
He's a
the whole
Texas
idea.
Ranger.
He's a Texas Ranger. He's got a star. He's got a gun.
Yeah, you can't stop him from bringing the gun. No one can.
Not with Texas laws.
Yeah. This is MMA rules,
So
though.
did you hear about Burt Reynolds?
Yes, he died.
He died.
Pour one out for the bandit.
Burt fucking Reynolds.
Pour one out for, what's his name? Archer's surrogate father.
That's true.
That was he voiced by Burt Reynolds.
He was Burt Reynolds.
Oh.
Yeah, Burt Reynolds is playing his mom
Oh. Okay.
in one episode.
You're so cool.
Archer?
Oh.
He hated Burt Reynolds because he was banging his mom, but it's Burt fucking Reynolds. He can't hate Burt Reynolds.
So he hated that he couldn't hate him.
Yes.
That's great. That sounds like a very Archer thing to do.
All I remember for Burt Reynolds happens to be Saints Row 3, where you find out who's the mayor of Newport.
Oh yeah, Mayor Burt fucking Reynolds.
Did he actually voice himself?
Yes, it was Burt Reynolds.
That's great.
If you get to voice Burt Reynolds, but Burt Reynolds.
Nolan North.
Yeah. Who's the other guy?
Troy Baker.
Troy Baker.
Yeah.
Sorry to see.
Saints Row does a lot of meta jokes, so they have Vice President Keith David.
Yep.
Played by Keith David.
Yes, he did.
Freaking email reset. That's a more
Nolan North's best voice performance.
Your brother got email reset?
Dude, they're like, you have to answer 5 security questions. How?
Nolan North's best performance is playing the Nolan North voice in Saints Row 4.
It's pretty good.
In Saints Row 4, when you make a
Oh,
character,
when
they
he-
let you pick male 1, male 2, male 3, Nolan North. And it's just Nolan North.
I don't know, man. Him being a crazy Nazi German
But
scientist
it's not
is
Nolan.
amazing.
It's not Nolan North playing your
Oh,
character.
no,
It's Nolan
Because
North
he actually
playing
puts effort
himself.
into it. He makes
The
a whole new
voiceovers
character.
is constantly referencing the fact that he's Nolan North, not your character.
You just know it. In a
Oh
salad.
man. Like I said, when he's a crazy Nazi German scientist, that's the best.
I think voice actors are the best when you don't realize it was them. That means they're doing
Exactly.
their job. It's the voice acting, not
the
voice
bad guy in
recognizing.
The Last of Us. It was Nolan North.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was good. That was good. That was good.
But that was just like one section.
That was a powerful section.
Yeah,
But like you say bad guy like he was a bad guy for the entire
he
game.
was a bad guy for the second half of the game.
Well, that's not like one quarter of the
There was
game.
only one bad guy. Everyone else was a zombie.
They're all bad guys!
You're just trying to live. And
Just because I am bad guy does not mean I am bad guy.
I was trying to do the Russian
I
accent.
can't do the Russian accent, so I'm not going to try.
It's true.
I respect that, actually. Actually, in that case, you may just want to shut the fuck up.
No. Like, you know you can't do it. This is all enough. That's in Call of Duty, right? Nolan North is also Deadpool.
Yeah.
Oh, in your game?
Yeah. I like in the Uncharted fan film, they added the kitty got wet line.
Really?
Yeah. There's only 1 in 1,000 chance of you ever hearing that line in the game.
Yeah.
Having so much fun with this. I mean, it's not often you see a crazy Nazi German scientist.
It's very not on there.
Hey Google, set timer for 5 minutes.
I got it.
Oh, that's 5 minutes.
Answer your security questions?
Yeah.
No, I
So right now,
Oh, there you go.
I'm cooking the chicken for the chicken parm, and this is the creation of the Alfredo sauce. Gonna simmer that for 5 minutes.
I didn't know that was Nolan North until like, I was like, when I realized that one of the characters was Stephen Blue, I'm like, where are the other ones? Holy shit!
Oh, fucking Stephen Bloom.
Because Stephen Bloom is just Stephen Bloom. He doesn't have different voices.
I think he only has one voice.
Yeah,
Is that Black
exactly.
Ops Zombies?
Although, well, he plays the American who is just actually better than.
Is that from Black Ops?
Now, how do I get free
Uh,
money?
He
yeah.
wants to know. Yes,
And you get what?
Free money.
Well, World at War, but yes.
I'm supposed to get free money because it's my birthday.
Organa,
Oh, I gotta
please.
go to the bonus tab. Where the fuck is the bonus tab?
Organa, please.
For my bonuses, yes.
Horchata.
Horchata? I wish they had good horchata
Oh, that would be
on this
fantastic.
coast, dude. You have no idea.
They
Actually,
do by my house.
horchata and guacamole.
Guacamole, I don't know about guacamole, but I found out just last year that there is a little Colombian place down the street from me that doesn't advertise itself anywhere. Its sign is in Colombian. It's like this little hole in the fucking wall.
Dude, that sounds like the food's gonna be troll.
Not on. It was. It was on Yelp. I can't find it on Google. I just went there and I found out they had horchata and I tried it. And I'm like, this is like when I was in California. This is
It's like you're eating in someone's living room.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
like there's a fridge like
Like,
right
you
by
went in there, right?
Oh yeah. Well, we went there for the horchata. Yeah.
This kitchen is tiny, Raising Phoenix. It's really tiny.
So yeah, you can drive 15 minutes to get good horchata. Tell you where it is if you want
The
to know.
camera probably makes it look bigger.
It probably does.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not like
Okay.
every time I'm outside.
Here's a question.
zombies.
Should I take my free $10 and play poker, or should I just put it all
Yes.
on a number?
Yes.
Put it on a number.
I like that idea.
Well, because it's like.
$10 you said?
Yeah.
Yeah. Put it on number.
Please, if I hit the number, I get like 300.
What is it,
cents.
like 33 to 1?
Like the
Did they
biggest
hit the
problem with
number?
Black Ops
34 to
Zombies,
1.
yeah,
34
like,
to 1?
the reason why I loved it is gone now.
Alright, where's
It used to be cryptic and subtle
casino?
in its mystery, and now it's just there's aliens, they're making zombies,
Right.
kill them all, and I'm like,
They put a story on it.
Well, there was always a story to it. It was just you have to find the story rather than just the story happening around you.
Right. So it's still waves, right? That's all.
Yeah, because so like it made it more fun to find the story rather than the story is just part of me playing the game.
Yeah.
Or you could just play the game and then you don't have to worry about the story. Now it's part of the game. And it's mainly because they switched zombies directors in Black Ops 2. And they did not like where that went.
I didn't realize how big that mode is because Call of Duty I think was free recently for PS4, and there was an option just to download the zombies part.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, what?
Well, it's starting like because of World at War, they started like making it so that Call of Duty each one of 3 things had same amount of development time, multiplayer, campaign, and zombies, because they knew that each of those things would sell. That's how the game can sell so well, because it's 3 different games.
I Google. People buy the different.
How much time is left?
Like I would buy it just for zombies. That's why it's like.
1 minute and 27 seconds.
That's why even in non-Treyarch games, like Infinity War and Advanced Warfare, would have their own horde mode because like you have to have something there for zombies people.
Yeah,
You're gonna want it.
That's cool.
I remember, I think one of the worst one, Ghost, because I never played it, but I heard it was the worst one, had aliens instead of zombies.
Wait. So like little green men, or they're the size of people, or
They were like freaking xenomorphs.
oh,
Xenomorphs.
Not grays or little green men.
I said little green men.
Little green men.
I have no idea what they looked like. I just remember like seeing one image and it looked like a xenomorph. I'm like,
I love Mars Attacks. That's a great movie.
It's been a while since I've seen that. That movie is
Those-
such a trip. I love it.
those Martians are terrifying.
They are.
Jesus
They
Lord.
are terrible.
That movie's a comedy, but those Martians are terrifying.
That movie has like everyone in it. There's so many cameos in that movie. It's like, why are there so many people? Tim Burton, you maniac.
He called in all the favors.
Or he's like Robert Rodriguez, where he's just friends with everybody.
And nobody saw that movie.
I know.
It was
Mars
bomb.
Attacks?
It was box office bomb.
Oh, that's a shame. 'Cause I feel like it's a classic.
Well, it's a throwback to like these like 50 sci-fi movies, but it was
Like
a lot
Mystery
more
Science-
violent.
like
Like it was a
Mystery
lot
Science-
more.
Like it was like a parody of Mystery Science Theater kind of stuff.
It was aping those movies. It wasn't It wasn't even a parody. It was an homage, I guess, because
Yeah.
those old movies were very cheesy.
And it was post Independence Day,
Yeah.
so
People wanted serious sci-fi. He was going He was throwing it back
Yeah.
to silly sci-fi.
Hey Google.
Oh,
Stop.
dude. It's not letting me enter a poker tournament. Alright. Put it all on a number.
Yeah.
Oh, so you were gonna use it for poker?
Well, I saw it, and there was a rebuy add-on, a $5 rebuy add-on tournament that was like 50-some minutes in.
Yeah.
So it's like it's just enough time to do a $5 buy-in, get a $5 add-on in like 8 minutes. Because the add-ons happen, you usually get twice as much as starting chips an hour into the tournament if you double your buy-in. So it's like $5 and $5, and you're straight.
I just
That's the
realized
perfect
you
time
have
to
this
do it.
giant eggplant here.
You've been holding it.
I know. I didn't realize that. Like,
It's organic.
It is.
I don't like eggplant.
Jersey soil is very good.
I think
It's
eggplants.
the Garden State, man.
I think eggplants are very much hit or miss. Like they're either excellent or terrible. It's all about how it's
Then
prepared.
every time I've had a miss.
The majority
Or
of
I just
times,
don't like the taste.
the majority of the times I've had eggplant, it's bad, but you can occasionally find a place that prepares it well, and there really is a huge difference in good eggplant and bad eggplant.
That is true. Jersey soil is very acidic, which is why eggplants and tomatoes grow very well here. That's not a joke. That is a legit thing.
I mean, I guess there's a reason why we're called the Garden State.
It is. That's the reason. We export a lot of eggplants.
And it's why the mafia set up here. Because you can't be Italian and not know how to grow a tomato.
Yep.
I don't think
Homegrown
that's true.
tomatoes from a garden, it's not. They can't be beat. It's so good.
We have those. What?
In the fridge, homegrown tomatoes.
Yeah.
I love them. I know.
Cherry
I
tomatoes.
definitely chopped that.
Alright, fuck slots. We're going straight to
I thought you were putting it on a number.
That's what I mean. Fuck slots. We're going to roulette.
17.
I don't know. I don't know about 17. I'm not feeling 17.
0.
Double zero.
Double 0.
8. Why 8?
Play for real. Let's go. Okay.
Go with 7 because it's a monster.
I'm fine
fighting monsters.
Why is it 8-9?
Yeah,
Monsters.
Okay.
What'd you put it at?
5 on 4, 5 on 20.
And it lands on 8.
Or 7.
Or 17. Or
Double
0.
zero.
Or double 0.
All the numbers we've said so far. Hey, kid.
Alright, let's
No
fucking
way bias.
go.
What?
I mean, it was free money. Damn. What you got? And... Free money! Done.
Fucking that.
8. Nobody said 8.
No, Phil said 8.
I said 8. I said
You
8.
said 8?
I said
He
8
said
several
8.
times.
Oh,
That's the
shit.
number he said.
Well, I should have listened to Phil. Not the first time.
Will won $300.
That, yeah.
8.
I mean, we all said numbers, so
It's gonna be 8.
it was going to be 8. Yeah.
One of you guys is going to be right. It just happened to be.
He said 8 several times, so
Yeah,
I think his
he
8
didn't-
trumped all of us.
He didn't, yeah, he didn't flip flop.
I was just saying 8.
Yeah, we all kept changing numbers. He stuck to 8.
Look, I try to use my future sight to help you sometimes. But...
I appreciate it. But
Thanks for
I'm stubborn.
watching, Jordan. Thanks. I like the
And you'd be surprised how much money I've won betting on 420.
Really?
Yeah. Literally, what was it, 2 years ago? I was 100%. Every time I was like, it's going to hit on this one. And it did. I only bet it once. But the first 2 times I was like, man, I really feel like it's going to hit there. And I was a little late. Like, I went to the machine and it took me, by the time I got my bets on, the thing was spinning and I was like, fuck. Because it hit that time and not the next time. And then the next time I was like, man, I really feel like it's going to hit on that table. Bam, hit on that table. So after that, I got the feeling and bam, hit it. I haven't gotten the feeling in a minute though. I don't get why there's a Hadley DMV. Why did they close the one on Oak Tree Road? Oh, that doesn't make any sense to me. Yeah, Oak Tree Road DMV is closed, and that was the DMV in Hadley.
I didn't know that one was closed.
Huh?
You're the one on October then.
No, that's the one I go to now, but I used to go to the one on Oak Tree when I
Oh,
was
no,
over there.
apparently no one goes to the one in Hadley because they don't know about it.
Actually, that makes a lot of sense.
I like the one on Oak Tree.
I did too.
Yeah,
I was in and out of there,
saunas. And oh my god, I had to put this kid on blast one time. Holy shit. He literally walked into the DMV holding a Ziploc bag with all of his important documents.
Was it safety pinned to his chest?
No, but mommy definitely handed it to him. He was like a young teenager. And like, who in God's name put their birth certificate and social security card in a Ziploc bag? Like, come on.
I don't know, people at a crime scene?
If I die, know that there's no blood on my documents.
I still can't believe that I had to
I
point
don't-
out to that kid that I
maybe-
could have stolen his identity with a cell phone.
Maybe he's a former soldier.
Maybe.
He looked like he was getting his license for the first time.
Okay then.
Like, he looked like
Because
teenage.
I know
Or changes
soldiers,
now.
put me down the street. Soldiers get used to putting things in Ziploc bags.
Yeah, like toes.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm talking about like death letters.
You gotta keep those fresh.
No, when you give that to the homie, you don't put that in a Ziploc bag. You leave it at the
No, you
base,
give it-
because you might
Give
get
it
blown
to
the
the
fuck up.
homie in a Ziploc bag.
Oh.
No,
Like rain
homies
or
in the
blood.
Ziploc bag, you need to get this letter.
Or he was a very small homie.
Yeah, no, see, Hacker knows what I'm
Actually,
talking
it
about.
could be
Come
a
on.
really big Ziploc bag. It could always be just a
Hacker was the only one that
gigantic
caught
Ziploc
what I was
bag.
talking about.
Like 8 feet tall. Let's go. Gotta keep that whole cow fresh.
Thank you, Hacker.
That would be so hard to zip. You're like, oh, you need a team of people to zip that shit.
No. It's got one of like the things with the slider.
Oh, you got
Because at that point, it has to have teeth. They're like locked together and like, oh shit. So
Yeah.
it's like.
for some reason. So we're probably walking them.
Are they sitting in soap or something?
They're just sitting in the sink. That's a very weird thing.
Oh, well, it was Labor Day, so my mother had people over.
Okay. But I'm confused with why take them out and don't clean them right then when you do it. I don't understand that. Otherwise, just leave them there.
Like, it's one thing if they're soaking, but they weren't.
Yeah, they're just sitting in the sink. I don't understand.
Yeah.
Garlic butter.
Oh, Phil, did you see that dumb shit on Twitter that you got tagged in?
I got tagged in?
Yeah.
I did not.
Yeah, I got. Well, Captain Rush is talking like, since I beat people up in LA using essentially random selects,
Yes.
that we all suck.
Okay.
So I said, guys,
But
like,
you beat people.
yeah, but he's saying that I suck. And by proxy, the fact that I can beat everyone so easily means the U.S. is horrifically weak. And he also tried to say that since France wins more than the USA when we fight, that we're both trash. Because we didn't win at the end of the fight.
Anyone want to finish this flan?
And it's, no, but the second he said that, I was like, okay, well,
Is it homemade one?
I think
Yes.
guys like Party Wolf, Zeph, you,
Okay.
and Link are gonna fucking wreck this man's face, and feel free to put your money where your mouth is.
Who's Captain Russia?
Belial.
Oh, this one?
Oh God, the stuff that's going on with Belial and Party and is it
Yeah.
Party Wolf? No, Zephyrkai, yeah.
Yeah,
Stuff between Belial and Zephyrkai on Twitter is magic.
Hold on.
It's so enjoyable to watch.
Plan.
There.
When did that start happening?
Yesterday, I think.
Oh.
I fucked up though. I wanted to name 5 players and I forgot about Willis.
Oh.
So I only named 4.
Oh, thank you. I got the 4. Oh,
Because I wanted to like spread it out across the years so it made sense.
Yeah.
And there's no way I'm saying Mick, because that guy's ego's big enough already.
They didn't say anything.
The
I
sauce
already
is
can't
very
stand talking to
vanilla.
him. It's so fucking, the amount of, you'll understand when you see me play coming out of that guy's mouth is like worse than it's ever been.
Family recipe from the Philippines. So it's pretty good.
Yeah, actually, yeah. I should have gotten on that.
I mean, you can still take a scoop if you want. If you have a plastic spoon.
I'm good.
Filipino recipe made by my sister is always good.
Yeah, generally anything made by your sister's good.
Yeah, it's true. I love her lumpia though.
I get it.
I think your sister just knows your palate. Yes.
Oh yeah, they grew up together.
Yes.
Like they have a similar sense of taste.
Yes.
It happens. Unlike me and my sister, we have the exact opposite sense of taste.
She has taste and you
That's
know.
still a good barometer. If the exact opposite.
No, actually, I don't think she has taste at all. She is like super duper bland in most of the shit she orders.
Oh, so she eats white people food.
Exclusively.
So she goes to Panera Bread.
And, okay, you have to understand. There was a point where I told my sister, listen, you live in New York. You need to at least try chicken over rice from the food cart. And she literally spoke to me like eating at a food cart is beneath her.
Wow.
Wait. Eating at a food cart is beneath her?
Yes. Exactly. She's like, listen, I work with lawyers. I'm not eating at a fucking food truck.
You know those
Lawyers eat at food trucks.
That's what I'm saying.
It's delicious.
Like, I seriously, the next time we have a family gathering, I'm gonna get my stepbrother. He's married to my stepsister.
Real name.
And he is a lawyer from New York, and he fucking loves street meat. Be like, listen, you said food trucks are beneath you. What do you think about that one, Dave?
It's that white sauce. There's cocaine in it.
Just straight cocaine.
Straight cocaine in the white sauce.
Can I throw this
so
out?
addictive.
Yeah.
Oh my
It
god.
drives men to crime, like stealing the bottle of.
I refuse to. I plead the fifth. Fuck you. I just have to bring that up, Phil.
I was like flabbergasted. I was like, what the fuck?
I've never seen this.
It's a bold
Why
choice.
wouldn't I do that? Come on, it's right there. It's right there. I'm parked right next to it. I can just pick the thing up and go in the car. It's so easy. It's so easy.
So delicious.
And it's so good. Like, let me tell you something. When I did that, I had white sauce on everything for like a month. It's great. I was like, hamburgers, white sauce.
Okay, just inform me. What would you have done if one of them ran over before you got there and went, why are you stealing that?
It's
Like,
good. You
would
understand.
You would shamelessly steal it?
Yes. Yes. Completely. Are you kidding me?
Damn, imagine if they banned you from there. They have a picture of you.
They can. Are you kidding me? How many people show up there a day?
All I'm saying is that they'll have a picture and go, there's only so many people steal the bottles.
They didn't even care.
That's true. You can just get a
Like, there was a point where the guy even caught me stealing. You're just like, come on, put it back. Shook his hand.
So over this shit.
It's like, can you blame me? No. Okay. That was the funniest exchange ever for me. I was like, he's like, no, I take that shit home myself, but I'm allowed to.
I technically get paid.
Yeah, like, come on.
What's that?
Okay, that flan was good. I want more.
How are you?
This looks very much like Final Fantasy XII. The environments and stuff.
Oh yeah, that's great. The environments are much more fun.
Well, Final Fantasy XII had the problem with being PS2.
Yeah. I do love the animations on the enemies and everything.
Oh yeah. I like the very.
I love how every enemy in Dragon Quest could be a plush toy.
Yeah.
A what?
It's all very cute.
Have you ever played Dragon Quest?
No. Could be a what?
A plush toy.
Oh, okay.
They all look like they could be
Because
teddy
dude, that's all they do with them is make them plush toys.
It's very cutesy, yes, for sure.
Dude, if you buy Mario Tennis, I'll play all the time with you.
Dude, Mario Tennis is the shit.
I'm saying, it's... I finally played it for the first time.
What?
Yeah, it was on the Switch. So, when Grandma was home, she had it. So, I finally played it for the first time. That shit felt so much like
It's so good.
so good. If you get it, we play. We play hundreds of games. I'm just saying.
Tennis has always been good.
Not this level. They have supers and like
Former Strongest Team was, we used to play that shit non-stop.
Yeah, we played that a lot. That was fun.
Well, that game is
It was a Prince of Tennis game.
This game is a reincarnation of that game.
Prince of Tennis formed the strongest team.
Damn, I think the account that I have locked right now is on my original.
So is it basically it's like it keeps going until someone runs out of meter?
Well, no.
In Form the Strongest Team, the higher level you got, and you got levels by doing specific things during the match, the faster your meter would grow. So by the time you reach level 4, you have a meter during every swing.
I don't think tennis has the leveling up thing.
It has meter building.
I think it just has a straight meter.
Yeah, it's 3 meter building.
So in Form the Strongest Team, eventually, if the volley got long enough, every swing was a super back and forth.
I
And you're
remember
using
that.
supers to counter supers.
I remember
and
that.
it ended up who makes a mistake first. How it should be.
That's good shit.
Except with supers all the time.
Well, that just made it.
It just the game escalated. Don't forget to
There were certain characters who could take your levels away now.
On top of the...
Because the one thing I see is that like when you use your meter defensively, you just slow down time so you can get to every shot. It starts draining your meter at like an incredible rate.
Yeah, like one of the buttons you can do is a universal thing. You can slow down time, but it takes your meter while you're doing it. So you can reach a shot. Like, remember how we used to reach shots with supers?
Yeah.
Instead of doing that, you use the super meter to slow down time to reach the shot.
And then you also have a trick shot, which is basically V skill. And that's what you use. To
V skill.
Yeah.
That's great.
Or V skill. And then that's like the best way to gain meter in that game. And then what was the other? Oh yeah, if you don't correctly parry a super shot, a special shot, you start losing racket life. You have 3 racket lives. So if you don't correctly parry 3 super shots, you just lose.
Form the Strongest Team had stamina.
Your racket will break, but I would take that away. There's an option, a slider. You
Oh, just that?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you tried to return a super without using your own super, you would lose a lot of stamina.
I remember
You,
that.
you don't like the racket like
And there were certain characters that could kill
Because
you.
it just makes games like start to end sooner than you feel like it should.
Yes.
Well, then it sounds like you gotta get good at parrying.
Okay, so once people get good enough at parrying, then you can
Then
turn
we
it
can
back on.
turn it
Kirihara, his whole focus was he was going to make you lose stamina and then kill you. And once you get KO'd, you're out of the match.
Yep. That shit was ridiculous.
Yeah, it was.
God,
Except when you turn stamina loss off.
Right.
And then he was his character.
Garbage.
Because that was his only gimmick.
Just go to trash after that.
Becomes El Garbro.
He does
Well,
become
we were playing Smash Hits
Oh my
2.
god, they stole all that fucking pasta.
Oh god. We were playing Smash Hits 2 before Form the Strongest Team came out. Smash Hits 2 didn't allow you to turn stamina bars off.
I do. I think I remember. Was at the tail end of that because we played it at DeVry a lot. At least that the second one, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Form the Strongest Team is the third one.
Yeah.
And I was always upset they never made a new one. Every Prince of Tennis game after that was some female dating sim thing.
They made one though.
Mario Tennis, yes.
It's got different characters.
Like all the Prince of Tennis games are for girls.
I still don't get.
There's a huge reason for that shit.
Yes.
I still don't get the chain chomp as a character in that. It's ridiculous.
What do you mean? He has the racket in
He's
his
so
mouth.
adorable.
He just bounces around.
Like when I first saw that, I'm like, this is ridiculous. Nintendo, why?
Fantastic.
Apparently, I know they just like to make random like background characters, like playable characters in their sports and party games.
Yeah.
But I wasn't expecting chain chomp.
I love it.
That's your first mistake.
Aren't there characters you can only unlock by playing online tournaments and doing very well?
I have no idea.
I think something like that.
They always
I forget.
Spanish radio guy.
I think
Because I thought I heard
think you
something.
can buy them if you want.
I thought I heard something about, but you can also play in a tournament and you win the tournament. It's an online tournament.
I think it's like those characters that's like Koopa, Troopa, and like Diddy Kong and stuff like that.
Diddy Kong?
I don't know.
Password reset Crunchyroll based on my username.
What? Not all websites let you do that.
Yeah, but I have a bunch of different accounts, and I'm not sure which one is tied to the username.
Crunchyroll on the TV.
Oh, but my Crunchyroll knows where I am.
Yeah, there's a lot of episodes. Oh god, everyone's dancing?
Yep, everyone's dancing.
I love everyone's dancing.
Why are they all dancing?
Body does that shit.
Everyone has a different dance though.
Have you seen Lei break, what's her name's throat?
Oh, Chloe, yeah.
Chloe, yeah.
You'll get the character in
How he dances?
Oh, okay, so you get early. Good reason to get the online player base higher.
Around the same time, that's where everyone else.
I thought you had to win. I'm like, oh shit. Like that's serious character unlocking.
Get good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's Koopa Troopa, Blooper, and Diddy Kong. I don't care about those.
On Blooper. I kind of care about Blooper.
That depends on
Blooper's the ghost?
No, Blooper is the squid.
Squid. Oh, yeah.
Boo is the ghost.
Come on.
Blooper. That's straightforward.
What if it's a giant blooper or a small blooper?
It could go either
It just
way.
takes up the whole screen.
What?
Just takes up the entire screen.
Yeah, it's good.
It's got 8 rackets. So 10 rackets. It's a squid, so like 10 rackets, right?
Yeah, it's fair. Oh, it's just a small blooper. It's adorable though, holy
Yeah,
crap.
see, I'm all about Blooper.
That's so adorable.
I'm all about that character.
Play the fucking video.
Play the fucking video.
Like I'm clicking it.
Your phone broke.
You see, it's not like my screen.
Just go to YouTube.
YouTube.
Go to YouTube. I know, right? It was right there and it didn't.
Honestly, everything Alex Jones has been downhill since he went to Jordan. You see that? No. Fucking hilarious. Joe Rogan gets in the smoking.
Yes,
Yes.
Look at 2 carries in the bucket.
Look at how can you not like this character?
It's adorable.
You guys are too easy, please.
Look at him. He has a little water when he moves around.
I want to see what a super is.
meter bar playing.
Yeah, but it's like that's the best way to get meter.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
He's angry.
Look at the water spout.
That was angry. Waluigi's is still the best.
Okay.
Okay, blooper. I'm all about blooper. Please give me more blooper.
Oh, yeah. I was wondering why I had an order confirmation for Frankie.
Do you plan on hitting Dragon Quest already?
Yeah,
I've never played one.
Watch that with text.
This game, probably not a bad entry, this game, because sometimes they're very, very slow. But this one's very modernized.
I do also want to see the new Mario Strikers.
The soccer one.
Yeah, Mario
I want to see,
Strikers is soccer, yeah.
I want to see the new, is it a golf land? I don't know. I love the golf on 64. Like,
The only thing we've known about is tennis. Like, they haven't shown anything for like any water sport. But no, this is Waluigi's. It's so hilarious.
He's so limber. I'm setting for the camera. Oh no. What have I done?
What have you done?
Setting for the camera. Shit. Are there character differences in the aces? I played it very, very little.
Yeah, there's character differences. There's power, technique, speed, and one other one.
Okay. But like besides that, like if I pick one technique character, is that just like all the other technique characters? Or
Your supers are different too.
Yeah, they're each different.
I just wasn't sure how different are the same.
Thank you for putting me on that, by the way.
Mario Game Boys is like
I can't even do it for anyone else anymore.
They're in this category, but they're all
That's no longer free.
Yeah,
I'm grandfathered.
Yeah, I really want Mario
but
Strikers. I never cared about
expand it.
baseball.
Yeah.
So what I have while it's free.
Has baseball been announced?
Okay.
Okay. I'm like, that's weird.
Baseball game.
I
I thought it was the GameCube, right?
mean, it's not expensive, but
And then Mario Baseball.
Mario's played all sorts of sports.
Super
actually, I think I
Sluggers.
may be able to have up to 10 accounts still on the free. But I just don't think they have free at all anymore.
Mario Sports Series.
It's the Olympics with Sonic.
Okay, so let's see. Mario baseball games, there's Superstar Baseball, Super Sluggers, that's it. Just two. Super Sluggers on
Who's done?
What else is there? Mario Golf. The last
99%.
Mario Golf game was
I can send you any.
I think GameCube, right? I played
3DS World Tour.
Oh, 3DS. I played.
Advance Tour, and then GameCube. So the last one on console was GameCube.
I played the Game Boy Color and 64 one.
That makes sense.
Which one?
Mario Golf.
Strikers, the last time Strikers was on the Wii. Charged.
Checks out.
R.I.P. Turd Ferguson.
Never.
Yeah, the only ones that's been like actively active was like I guess golf because it was on the 3DS a few years ago.
Yeah.
Now tennis since it just came out, and then Mario and Sonic I think. Like it's the most active. They
I am so exhausted.
They release one every 2 years, so that's a game they can release every 2 years now. So
Yeah.
with little effort.
Actually, the center's cold.
You made pasta too.
Oh,
yesterday.
He's heating it up. Yep.
If you do play Dragon Quest J, I recommend lowering the music a little bit.
Is that loud?
It was overpowering. I had headphones in, and I'm like, oh, this music.
But what I noticed with headphones in general is headphones tend to just raise those lower zones.
Right. So maybe it was maybe it was that issue. But I exploded like 1 or 2 ticks, and then everything seemed very normal after that.
Hey, Steph,
What up?
what the fuck are the targets for?
You have to get 5 of them in each area, and then at a campfire, there should be this little archer guy, and he gives you a prize. But I've yet to find 5 of them in an area.
What the fuck is going on in this picture?
Yes.
But I don't know what the prizes he gives you.
Stop.
You should see a little archer guy at a campfire, and he'll tell you how many targets you have left in the area.
What the fuck is going on in this picture? And why is that guy punching Justin Trudeau in the dick? And why is Justin Trudeau in a wheelchair?
Because he got punched in the dick.
Keep up.
That's a good reason to use a wheelchair.
Is that the guy from the league, Paul Shear?
I don't think so.
Why is he in Canada?
I mean, it looks like a wheelchair race.
Oh,
And
then you
Justin
go for it.
Trudeau's in the lead, and the guy next to him is punching him in the dick to get ahead.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
It's a classic move in wheelchair racing that you can't really do
It's a metaphor for
unless
life.
someone isn't actually paralyzed, you know?
I need to know what's going on in this picture.
Oh, that's what I missed it.
Maybe it's wheelchair capture flag, and he has the flag between his legs.
Capture the.
Why are you laughing?
You're
Why
about,
not?
you're about to say pig.
You're right.
That's like a root.
I am Groot.
Top comment, Trudeau let the other guy grab him by the pussy.
I think he's letting it happen.
What the fuck? How is this on? Holy shit.
So the food's done.
Hell yeah.
Mad spaghetti.
I love that character.
Angry spaghetti.
He's
No,
so
Matt
weird.
Spaghetti. Angry Spaghetti says, you know,
Spaghetti.
angry clothing.
Spaghetti.
Spaghetti! What a weird, disgusting character. Just constantly greasy.
I hope you like spaghetti.
Spaghetti.
Yes. It's right here. It's right here and it's ready.
Kid, there's no wrong way. The game's about exploration.
I just want to go to a town so I can save real quick and then we can come and eat.
You can pause.
Yeah. So we want to save, man. Make sure. What do we get a power outage, man?
Oh, that'd be unfortunate.
I mean, you see the weather? It seems like it's gonna storm.
That's true.
Exactly, Jay. So I'm right.
You
Hey Google, what's the weather like tomorrow?
Hey Google, weather tomorrow. Can't hear us.
Tomorrow in Edison, it will be cloudy with a high of 77 and a low of 65.
Eat your food.
Nice.
Okay, okay. I'm gonna grab this one. 'cause
Okay, which one's for me?
Grab whichever one you want.
Oh, same.
Well, you're gonna grab the one without pasta.
Oh, me? Yeah, I'll wait.
This is. Oh, we need a fork.
Okay.
Hey, Jay's eating.
Go get your fork.
Jay's eating.
Jay's eating.
Jay's eating.
Jay's eating.
Jay-Z eating.
If you need more sauce, let me know. I have more.
We're running out of forks in here.
I'm assuming it's because of the weekend.
Yes. Here's a spoon.
You can just zoom to a campfire you stayed at.
I just found the town.
Alright.
I just need to fucking go to the fucking.
Oh, you have a
race
fork.
tower.
You only need 4 forks.
Say your prayers.
Say your prayers.
Say your prayers.
Say your prayers. Well, this is a weird looking fork.
Oh shit. This is the first time I came here.
Yeah, it's gotta be a cutscene.
Cutscenes! Cutscenes are great.
Say your prayers. That's how you say it.
There's still so much pasta!
This
Yep.
pasta has a heavy taste of basil.
Oh my god.
It's probably from the Italian season.
Oh.
Fast
Fork,
and
sit
hot
down.
foods.
It does taste more basil than yesterday.
Maybe that's what happens over time.
Just like rests.
Just seep into it. Yeah, the basil starts
Oh, yes,
overpowering.
please. Red pepper. That'll even things out, I think.
Even the playing field.
Get some heat, right?
Between the basil and the red pepper.
Want some red pepper, Jay?
Want some more sauce?
Haven't even been into it yet.
But do you want more?
Yeah. You want more of the sauce you haven't tried yet?
Sauce on the side? Do some dipping?
How do I contact?
The question seems legitimate.
You want? Parmesan? I already finished the pasta. Oh. I mean, there's more pasta, Jay.
I don't need more pasta.
There are few people who do.
need you to finish more pasta, Jay.
Need backup.
You need backup?
I need backup.
Need backup.
Okay, I'll take more sauce.
Need backup.
On the place that you can dip it.
Dip in sauce.
Thank you.
Need backup.
I need backup. I need backup.
Oh, I thought you were gonna use the eggplant. Eggplant, not yours.
That's not bad.
Okay.
Alright. From the ground.
I love it. I need backup remix. That was great.
Can you hand me the green tea ginger out of the can? It's antioxidant free. Antioxidant free.
Antioxidant.
No, it
You're
says
actually
it says it has antioxidants, so why would they advertise that it's antioxidant free? We got all the oxidants.
You need every oxygen ever.
We removed all the oxidants just in case. And then at dinner is slightly hinted with that Dragon Quest music.
It is good. Played by the Tokyo Metropolitan Orchestra.
Really?
Mhm.
Yep.
I mean, it is Dragon Quest.
Yep.
Dragon Quest is huge in Japan.
That is 100% correct.
But in America, they don't even advertise it.
Smells of elderberries.
What's bigger in Japan, Final Fantasy or Dragon Quest?
Dragon Quest.
Dragon Quest used to be. I don't know now.
Okay.
Everything is so cutesy in Dragon Quest. Dragon Quest sounds
Oh yeah,
like
Japan loves
gangbusters.
their cutesy shit.
People will take off of like school and work and shit.
You know why
Okay.
games get released on Fridays now a lot of times?
I thought that was because of Final Fantasy though.
It started with Dragon
They've
Quest.
been off
Oh, okay.
on hiatus for so long.
In Japan,
Dragon what?
the Japanese
Yeah,
government
wasn't that
asked
good?
Square
No.
not to release games on Tuesdays
Why do
Who
people
was it? There was
release
one
games
of
on
them.
Tuesdays anyway?
because of shipping.
There was
Okay.
there was one man that auditioned.
The first game to be released on a Tuesday was Sonic 2.
I'm pretty sure it was Dragon. It was that one, but I could be wrong.
The Tuesday release schedule was created, I believe, for Sonic 2 because they had a worldwide launch for Sonic 2. And they wanted to make sure all shipments were in place for that day. And you're stuck.
That always bugged me.
Until Japan said, please no, Square Enix no, we can't handle this anymore, no.
Everyone's calling out.
I think that's what I'm like. You know, it's like kind of part of their culture when the government have to do that.
Mm-hmm. Well, like, when Halo 2 came out, I was still working at the pizza place. And I told our boss, me and Tim were working there, I said, you're going to need 2 drivers tomorrow. And he's like, why? And like, Halo 2 comes out tomorrow. He didn't believe us. And it was a rush that night. It was terrible.
You made money though.
Yeah.
Alfredo sauce is easy to make. I was telling him that Alfredo sauce is so easy to make that I get pissed whenever I go to like a diner or a Italian restaurant and they very clearly skip down on one of the ingredients to save money.
Alright.
Excellent. There's 4 ingredients. 4 ingredients takes 5 minutes. There's no excuse for bland Alfredo sauce. Cool. I'll see you then. Alright, bye-bye. Is that the main menu music? Because it sounds like classic Dragon Quest.
That's title screen.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Title screen.
Yep.
even though I've only played one Dragon Quest game, that was the song on the title screen.
Yep. Which one was it?
Is it always?
8.
Isn't Dragon Quest 8 the one that really like shut down the country? Like that was the one where they were like, we have to make a change.
That was PS2?
Yeah.
No, they changed to the Friday thing way before that.
So was it 7, the PS1 one?
I don't know.
Because there was only one Dragon Quest on the PS1, at least a new Dragon Quest on the PS1. There was only one on the PS2, none on the PS3, and then bam.
Yeah, that was all what DS and online shit.
DS and online.
But Dragon Quest 8 is the one that most everyone attributes to. When they think Dragon Quest, right?
Well, when they think Final Fantasy, it was Final Fantasy 7 for a while. Because for a lot of people, that was their first.
It depends.
For me, Dragon Quest 8 was my first Dragon Quest, and only Dragon Quest.
I mean, it still is at this point, right?
You can jump in at any point. It's like Final Fantasy. They're not connected really. So only like the monsters are the same, but you're always gonna have a slime. You're always gonna have these other kind of creatures.
Final Fantasy and Dragon Quest are the same thing. They're the same thing, except they have different types of worlds that they build.
Yeah.
Like a lot of times now, Final Fantasy is like futurism.
And Dragon
Magic, Mechanica.
And Dragon Quest doesn't tend to change the combat system.
It's true.
The combat system they had in Dragon Quest 1 is the same combat system they're using now.
But now it really looks like you're playing in a Akira Toriyama cartoon because he does all the characters. He's always done all the character designs. But
Yeah,
now,
but it
now
did
it's
that-
really the cartoon coming
It did
along.
that in 8, though.
Yeah.
In
But-
8.
Yeah. But now it's even more. Like
Because it's in
everything's
HD.
very, very animated. All the monsters are very animated. Because it was originally an RPG where you run into a random battle and all that appears is the monster. You don't see your character. You press a button, like the monster blinks to do damage
Are
to
you
it.
Italian?
Huh?
You pressing the button.
You press the button.
That's what you said.
You press the
You
button.
fucking said you pressing the button.
I didn't mean to say you
I
press
didn't
the
hear him
button.
say that.
I heard him say you pressing the button.
You attack the
Press the
monster blinks, you get experience points. There is no frills or nothing.
You pressing the button, the mouse will go to the things. Your grandmother would be turning in the grave.
But it was sort of first person in that view. The monster was looking at the screen and not to the side.
Yo, Tim.
What's up?
What's his name? Alejandro is probably gonna stop by to play Tekken with you.
Oh, cool. Excellent.
Who's Alejandro?
Where can I play?
Oh,
Latino hot.
Maybe just fuck around for a few.
Wait, what?
Is there a way I can play Tekken? Because I'd love to fuck around for a few to see what works out.
Could you borrow your system?
No, I'm going to be playing Dragon Quest. Which we don't need it.
Oh, let me tell this guy to bring a system. I don't think we have another system for that has.
It's all good.
Bring your system, please. Didn't bring.
You didn't bring your system, huh?
I wasn't planning on playing Tekken.
No, I thought you just always kept it in your car. But you don't have a car anymore.
Yeah, man. That's a low blow.
No, I forgot.
No, he does.
I
That's a low blow.
genuinely forgot. I didn't mean for that to be a low blow. Hey, him not having a car is not a low blow because that's by choice. If he lost his car because, like, he lost his license or something, that would be one thing.
That I still have.
Like when Chris lost his license for 2 years. I never let
did?
that go.
For what?
I told him
DUI.
not to drive.
Oh yeah, where he called the cops on himself.
Because he hit a parked car.
He called the cops on himself. I mean, yeah, at least you know he's an honest person.
Yeah.
Like,
I always knew he was an honest person.
well, sometimes you don't know until like something like that happens.
But you didn't know.
That's like extreme honesty.
Dude,
Or was it just
I not to
how
drive
drunk was
that
he?
night. I think he must have been drunk. Oh,
Like, oh my god, I hit a car! Oh my god, I need to turn myself in! 911! Is that what he did?
No.
Nobody knows. He was by himself.
Yeah.
Like, he came over to my house. We drank a whole bottle of scotch. I told him not to drive. He said he was good, and I was like, you know what? I've done worse. Who am I to judge? This is your decision. You're gonna have to live with it. And he did.
And then he,
Hasn't done anything like that again.
Nope.
Yeah. That's what it took for me to stop drinking
He
and driving.
punished
So I
himself
mean, that
for it.
happens.
It's probably something that Tim told me this is gonna happen. You know what? Okay. Guess I won't up to it.
Yeah. That was also the last time he ever played Soul Calibur 3.
Oh.
To my knowledge, it got pretty bad after that. Especially, that's
Well,
when
if
I
you
was
can't
still
drive
playing
anywhere, that kinda
Cassandra.
stops you playing the
Dude,
game.
he got. I was trying to be nice to him, but Cassandra talked shit in all of her win quotes, and it pissed him off so much. It was hilarious.
Oh,
So
the
you
win
were,
quote
you were
is
being nice, but
Yeah,
Cassandra
I was trying to
not.
be nice, but I kept winning. Cassandra was like, "Oh, you were trying, weren't you?" It's so bad.
And Chris is definitely the type of person to get mad at a video game character.
That's great. That makes him feel so alive.
Cassandra's not gonna be in the game. That's so.
DLC, man.
I don't give a shit about DLC. That's gonna be like a year in.
DLC, man.
That's what DLC stands
A year in?
That's what
Year in.
DLC stands for.
for.
Come on, man.
Keep up with the link there.
Well, I mean, now they make DLC like 3 months later.
Do they confirm?
Or you can be Tira DLC day one.
There was a leak that was like almost a year ago, and all right. Everything there has been right, including Azrael. And
Except Tira.
Well, no, it did. It said Tira was
on
in
the
the
original
game.
list.
Yeah.
She was on the original.
She was on the Aswell list. Yeah, about 3 months ago.
That was the 3 months.
That sounds like the biggest thing is naming Oswald by
Yeah,
name.
but the list from last year has been wrong a lot. The one that Vergabin posted, there was a lot
He
of
just
wrong
posts
stuff in
like shit tons of lists. It's like,
there.
it's like throwing darts at a dartboard. Like,
Yeah,
what
yeah. Vergabin was like throwing everything at the wall and hoping something stuck so that he can say, "Yeah, I was right."
Right.
But the list from 3 months ago was spot on. It had Aswell
By
3
name.
months before, by name, 3 months before the announcement.
Yeah. Apparently that's a leak from Europe or Australia. Because most things get leaked from Europe and Australia.
So, and who else was on that
Oh,
list?
you mean like this weekend at the Melbourne Esports Open?
That was
Raph
like
and fucking stuff.
epic fucking
That's
thing.
mad.
But like, not counting Raph and Cervantes, who else was on that list now?
characters like Azeroth, characters like Cervantes.
No, but I'm saying like that hasn't been announced yet. It's like, who else is left?
What? Nobody.
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 It's everybody.
That's
Nobody.
everybody.
The only characters left to be announced are DLC.
Wait, no. Yeah, I think that's everybody.
No,
Everybody on the release roster that's on the disc is pretty much announced.
They won't have playing against under the same game.
Really?
Oh yeah, it did have Wang on the list. You're right. It had Wang on the list.
Is he supposed to be DLC? Because he's not on any of the.
No, he's on the Aswell list.
Well, maybe he's DLC. I don't know. Who else is on the Aswell list then? If they had the DLC, then.
Well, Raph, Cervantes, Tira.
Yeah, but that makes me curious who that's not on, like who has not been announced, who wasn't in that build and was on the list. Because if that list includes DLC,
Just Wang.
I'll be curious.
Wang's the only person on the list who hasn't been announced or leaked.
Oh. Well, hopefully they cut it for Tira, because I really don't like Wang.
You mean Yunsun?
No, Wang. I like Yunsun, I hate Wang. Yunsun, he has a personality. And he has like stances and like interesting gameplay in theory. Wang is classically the most boring motherfucker to play.
Yunsun in
against
Soul Calibur
in
3 was
history.
so cool to watch.
Yeah, his cool was traded for fucking a tier list.
Yeah. He was also like one of the worst characters in the game.
Yeah.
Well, he was really good in the pre-builds, like the A, B, C.
Yeah, I remember his.
Yeah, yeah,
In
he was
E,
good
they were like-
until they patched it. They
In the
patched the
console.
game, and he got raped.
It was the same thing in Soul Calibur 2.
That's what I was talking about there. I was talking about two.
And 2, yeah.
In Soul Calibur 2, he was really
fucking
strong.
Trill.
And
Yeah,
then they were
in
like,
the
we
pre-build.
can't have a Korean, the best character in a Japanese game. Fuck that shit.
I mean, that's what they did with Jury in fucking Street Fighter.
Wait,
Like,
is that-
let's make sure she's crap. Bottom tier.
Why?
Japanese
No
and-
Koreans.
Why did you put him in the game
Koreans-
then?
Japanese and Koreans have a
Because
long
people-
history of not liking each other.
Because somebody will buy it.
Yep.
Is this one Mina Korean?
Yes.
Yeah.
I wonder if it upsets the Tekken developers that Koreans are the best at their game.
Probably.
Just sitting there like,
They
Especially.
gave them it a year early. I mean, they should be.
Japanese had it in the arcades too.
Yeah, but still, it was in Japan and Korea. Like,
And I'm saying that maybe they were like, with an equal amount of playing time, the Japanese will rise. And then they're getting shit on by the Koreans, and they're like, oh no.
Well,
grave fucked up.
Grave error.
Actually, maybe it was just save them from embarrassment. Because imagine if Korea didn't have the game and JDCR was still like, I'm gonna win anyway. Like if that shit happened, that would have been the ultimate insult.
That would have been.
That would have been the ultimate insult. Oh my god. Especially with Koreans, holy shit. Like, Q-Dog would still be able to win without the game because 90% of what he does is just fucking Tekken 5 shit.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm not even kidding.
I'm not.
Like-
Other than the Raw Super. Jesus Christ, that guy doesn't give a shit. He doesn't give a shit about what you think about him, what the crowd thinks about him. He doesn't give a shit about what his parents think about him. He doesn't give a shit about his family, his friends. He's like, I know I've done Super the last 5 times here. But I'm gonna do it again.
Yeah, please. You are not going to expect Rock 6 times in a row.
Rock always wins.
Yeah,
I know
Eventually.
I've lost the last. I lost the last 5
pick
rounds.
floss picks.
I don't use it.
With a Super.
Because I'm old.
I could've just
and I
won.
get chicken stuck
But I
in
did
my
Raw
teeth.
Super because I thought you were gonna do something and you didn't.
I just brush my teeth.
I've lost the last 5 rounds. This is the final round. I will get eliminated if I lose this.
Do it again.
I think I won't.
Because I need soda.
Because you're wrong.
The mix-up that doesn't exist is the strongest
Well,
mix-up.
he's sitting there like, okay, so Q-Down just got good again at the game last year.
Yeah.
And he's always like smiling and happy because he didn't expect to be good again.
Yeah.
So he's just like, I don't really care.
Hey.
I mean, if it works, it worked. If it doesn't, good game.
Yeah.
And the other guy's like, this is my livelihood. And he's like, haha, super.
I used to be good.
Do you know how hard it is to deal with somebody that that's not only super good but doesn't give a shit?
At that level,
Yeah.
I can't even imagine.
That is ridiculous.
That is has to be illegal.
Let me see.
Oh!
Illegal
The
things.
magnet bullshit. Oh, man. That's cheap.
I
That's
saw
cheap.
Oh boy.
I saw
That's
one
cheap.
with a bunch of
Oh, yeah.
items,
That's so
like, on
cheap.
a rack.
What is he put in?
I love the one where it's the puzzle scenes with
Train game and they're using a magnet.
when
to
the
control
toys
train.
themselves have a keychain on it and they just go with the keychain with the magnet.
That is amazing.
That's a fucking strong thing.
Technology.
Changing the game.
Fucking magnets. How
That
do
is
they work?
old technology too. I like it.
Yeah.
Magnets are magic. God damn it.
They are magic.
Yeah, who knew you could cheat at a game like that without tilting the building?
Alright.
He didn't even win because he tilted the building.
No, but that was part of it.
Yeah. Like he just got lucky. God damn it. He got fucking lucky.
I can't find it, but there was one where I saw where
Eventually, it's
it
gonna
had like a bunch of iPhones
Yeah, he,
on a rack,
Yeah.
and like the thing is here, and
like
the rack
you
is
know
here,
that meme of
and,
Gundam
like,
where it's like, I'm a
the
genius.
poles extend across
Oh
like
no.
this, and the guy was
And then
running
he's
with an
that,
iPhone,
but both
He's
ways. He'll go, I'm
got
a genius.
pissed and
Oh
just
no.
grabbed the
Oh
rack,
no. I'm a
and he
genius.
pulled the
That's
entire
it.
rack
The
vertical
entire
and
series.
slid every iPhone into the hole.
Ah.
And it was like, I was like,
what?
There was one thing in I don't know which Asian country where like you have the crane game and the hole here and you have 2 racks here and it has like iPhones here and they have to lift the iPhone and try to drop it there and the guy kept going for the iPhones and it wasn't working. He got pissed, so he just went for the rack and it pulled the rack like this and it slid all the iPhones there. He won like 8 iPhones. I was like,
Yo, somebody has to teach Spiro that tech.
That's ridiculous.
somebody has to teach the designer of the game to
No,
to
I'll
keep
tell you
his
something.
holes stuck.
Do you
Just
know
kinda
what
screw him
Spiro
down.
did for a living when he lived in Dallas?
What? Crane games?
No.
Oh.
Flappy Bird.
Why did you said for a living.
Yes. He
Where was
played
it?
Flappy
Aren't there
Bird for a
arcade
living.
machines at Flappy Bird?
There are, and they give tickets. Apparently, they give a disproportionate amount of tickets compared to other games. So what he does is, there's like some 1,000 ticket bonus for getting the high score. So he would get the high score and die immediately, so he didn't raise the bar too much. And he said it was even great, because if anybody else shows up, you just let them play, because they're just going to die and lower the bar.
But how does that get him money?
Well, he went specifically on double ticket days, and he used all of his tickets to buy iPads.
Oh.
He said he would get about 2 iPads a day.
Wow.
Exactly.
Wow.
I mean, the dude made a living off of Flappy Bird.
I guess it's time to get good at Flappy Bird.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, he really loves flapping that fucking bird, man.
That's the fucking score reset. That's ridiculous. What the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah. You just get the high score and die immediately.
Ridiculous.
He was
And then you said
fucking
they get a high
tight.
score
Every
for
time
everyone.
we went to an arcade that had tickets, he was like, man, none of these places have Flappy Bird. They know. They fucking know, Tim. I'm like, what do you mean they know? He's like, no, you don't understand. It just gives out too many tickets. It just gives out too many tickets.
What if it's just like that one place that he went to, or is it every Flappy Bird machine?
No, it's every Flappy Bird machine.
Why?
You got a static number of tickets based on what you do.
Oh, okay.
Like, it's coded into
Yeah,
the
but
game.
doesn't like the owner of the venue, can't they like change a multiplier?
They have to be able to. Yeah. I guess
Maybe
there's like a
it's not
stand.
built
I
into
guess it's a
Flappy
stand.
Bird. I don't know.
I guess it's a stand for every machine, and like if they don't change it, just, yeah.
The way he
Ah, that's
talking
Chris.
about it,
You
all
might
the
know.
Flappy Bird machines are pretty much the same.
I know Chris doesn't deal with ticket machines, but he might know how that works.
Well,
Professional Flappy Bird player.
you ever see the fastest Ninja Warrior run ever?
Or he just like, oh,
Did it successful run?
yeah. It's just, I've seen this one. Excuse me.
Oh,
I
yeah,
mean,
this dude does
sprinting.
everything in his sprint. Yeah.
Is it a successful
He
run?
literally- Yeah. Oh, this dude kills it. He just kills it. It's just like, what?
Yeah, you just don't
Speed
stop.
running.
You kidding me?
Real life
Yeah,
speed run.
Real life speed run.
Biggest thing
Yeah.
is you don't stop and think about it. You just keep going.
Yeah. Look at that shit!
I mean,
So
there's
Where's this guy from?
I love the
from the
dive.
future.
I love the dive.
You've
Dark
never seen
Star.
that?
Yeah,
Where the
he's,
fuck is he
dude,
from?
he's
From the
Ninja Warrior
future, man.
JDCR. He's the machine from the future. He's already seen it. He knows. He trained on the next level of tech.
I mean, he could be the Terminator for all you know.
This is like,
No, his posture isn't good enough.
this is like.
He's not like Robert Patrick, who's like,
Yeah, with the straight back running. So always keep a
I
straight
love
spine.
the dive.
well, that yeah, it's to help save a second or half a second.
Oh, of course, first top GIF comment is MXC.
Of course.
Show
Of course. Penny Blankenship.
Well, no, it was someone riding on sinkers or floaters.
I don't get how that's so hard to see. You can just look at it and tell those are fake. Like, every time I look at that, I'm like, that's the fake one, that's the fake one, that's the fake one. Just don't step on it.
It's just Guy Ledouche is distracting him.
Guy Ledouche.
Guy Ledouche.
Yes.
That's a great name.
That's why I'm in see
It's a great show.
I love that show.
I can't believe they couldn't make another one of those. Like,
I
there's
know,
no way
it
that show
seems-
didn't make enough money to actually budget a real show where they could just do dumb shit to people.
There has to be stuff like in the public domain you can just kind of take and voice over something stupid.
Well, they had an American special.
Yeah.
Well, was it actually like?
Yeah.
They had
it was
Takeshi
like-
Kitano and the other guy, and they had Tony Hawk.
Yeah, it
as
was
the
Tony
American
Hawk
host.
versus,
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was Tony Hawk's team versus the fucking snowboard chick team.
What?
Yeah.
I love the Tony Hawk memes where like people recognize him at like TSA would recognize him. You know, you kind of look like that pro skater guy. What's his name? Tony Hawk. Oh look, you have the same name as him. How about that?
Damn.
That's cold.
That shit was hilarious.
Actually,
Fucking uncanny.
I've heard people have done that joke to Tony Hawk, actually, and he just rolls with it.
Well, I
Was he
feel
a
like
skateboarder?
Of course you
well,
will.
because of his like, I feel like it's part of his joke role from the new guy.
He's out here swinging at people, and Tony Hawk puts another man in the hospital.
No, Tony Hawk. No, Tony Hawk lookalike.
For asking.
Don't even admit that it's Tony Hawk.
I forgot Tony Hawk was in the new guy. Nobody gave a shit about Tony Hawk. He's like, but I'm Tony Hawk.
You want to see me do like a triple? What, I don't know. Straightforward.
He did the 900. That's
You
what
want to
he
say a
said.
triple axle or something?
Yeah, something like that.
like some
Triple.
ice
I was
skating?
gonna say like triple double axle or something.
Triple double.
Yeah.
Ice skating. As ice
Yeah, only
skating.
skateboarder tricks I know are
Yeah,
from
ice
the
skating. You
underground
do that
games.
on shaved ice.
Only skateboard tricks I know are from underground where like they're the ridiculous ones where you just do like you're a shark underground.
What about kickflip? Come on, kickflip.
Good old kickflip.
That's the basic one.
Kick flipping.
Oh, my favorite is remember.
I remember.
Do you want to know more? What movie is that? Starship Troopers.
Oh.
Starship Troopers. They're doing the football thing, and it's like flip stick 360. and then you watch them do the play, and you think, where's the 360? They did the 180.
What's up, Herodian? Saying nah. Hello, Batman.
That's not enough now.
No, that's a whole bunch of nines.
Nah.
Nah.
No, it's
just
only
3
3, so it's
Sorry,
like
nah,
half
nah,
a
nah.
9. So 4.5?
Well, Nana is 9.
Yeah, but nah.
No, you don't have to leave.
Is
13.5.
Exactly, there you go.
There you go.
8675309. I feel sorry for the person that had that phone number at that time.
I feel sorry for the person who had the number in Bruce Hall.
8675309.
Yeah.
I feel
I
sorry for
feel
the
sorry for that one.
I feel sorry for the person who had the number to God in Bruce Almighty.
Don't
Oh,
they
God.
always 5 numbers? It's a movie.
Now it is in the DVD release, and after in the theatrical release, it was a real number. It was some like old lady in like South Carolina or something,
It's fucking weird.
Oh, God.
and everyone kept calling her, looking for God.
God.
Is God there?
It's so rare to put a real number in the movie.
It's usually 555.
Yeah, so if you put a real number in the movie, people are gonna be like, "That's not a 555 number. I need to check if that works."
Yeah, they're probably down here.
It might be God.
Well, a lot of companies will buy the number, and then the number is just like a weird marketing thing for the movie.
Use it as
That's
advertising.
what person I'm interested. All the numbers are real, but they've sold them all.
Sandy, you like Sunny D.
Sunny D!
You have options.
He wants the
I
D.
went with the green tea, and I like that one.
Sunny D.
He wants the yellow D.
You
I
will
want the purple stuff.
You will pretend that you don't like Sunny
In 1 minute, what is a Munchausen number? Go!
A Munchausen number?
What is the Munchausen number? Go!
Never
Never
much.
You have a minute!
Never much.
From the Adventures of
I'm
Baron
sorry, your phone is
Munchausen?
making me like dancing.
Oh,
It's glass.
From the
table's
Adventures
glass.
of Baron Munchausen?
maybe.
Sure.
I hope so.
Or from the Disorder Munchausen?
Hey, just asking what is a Munchausen number?
You got 30 seconds left.
Come on!
I have no idea.
Okay, then you fail.
Ask Google.
Hey
Hey
Google.
Google.
Hey Google. What's a Munchausen number?
According to Wikipedia, a perfect digit-to-digit invariant is a natural number that is equal to the sum of its digits, each raised to the power of itself.
I
Hey
see that.
Google.
Oh.
Hey Google. Give us an example of a Munchausen number.
This is D.
My apologies. I don't understand.
Damn.
Hey Google, what is the Munchausen number?
It gave us that definition already.
According to Wikipedia, a perfect digit-to-digit invariant is a natural number that is equal to the sum of its digits, each raised to the power
God
of
damn
itself.
it, bitch!
Hey Google. Give me a Munchausen number.
According to Wikipedia,
Hey, Google.
invariant is a natural
Shut
number.
Hey
up.
Google. Example of a Munchausen number.
I think Cody's.
According to Wikipedia.
According to Wikipedia,
We found the limit of
Shut up, Google.
of AI.
Hey Google, shut up.
We found the limit of
Thank
AI.
you.
It just keeps.
If it keeps going.
Well, I can't imagine a number that is more than 2 digits.
You can't? No, that's
That
Oh,
could be the sum of
okay.
its parts.
101.
It's 3,435
Oh.
is one is an example.
3,400.
So we have 3 to the power of 3 plus 4 to the power of 4 plus 3 to the power of 3 plus 5 to the power of 5 equals 2,300.
What the fuck?
3,435. That's a Munchausen
That's a
number.
weird fucking variant.
Why?
It's like-
What is the purpose of these numbers?
That's what I was about to say.
There's also 1.
What is the purpose of
What's
these
the
numbers?
power of 1? I don't know.
Computers haven't found a second one. Holy shit.
But what is the purpose of these numbers?
That's what I want to
Like-
know.
So that you can ask this
Like,
question.
all these number theorems have like a purpose in mathematics.
not always.
There's-
Sometimes for this one, is like it's probably the guy Munchausen probably found out that this is the only number that we can find that fits these variables, and they cannot find a second one.
People trying to prove him wrong. They want to prove this guy wrong.
Okay, I'm gonna create a theorem then.
It has to be right.
Yeah, and
Okay.
you have to prove it.
What is the only number that is 22? Done. There's no other number that's 22. I win.
The absolute value of negative 22.
What about negative 22?
No, okay. 11
fucked.
times 2 is 22. Hold that shit.
No, I'm saying just what's the number 22? It's 22. It's the only number that's 22.
That's like a
You
philosophical.
know,
What is
you know,
that? What is that?
you know this is like the stupidest example you've given me.
What is the Axelrod theorem?
The Axelrod theorem, when some special ed student comes up with a mathematical theorem and we humor him. The Jackson-Rod theorem.
That's more of a philosophy
The
question.
Jackson-Rod equation?
We have to solve it.
The question is, how do we stop him from doing this anymore? That's what you have to solve. That's what you have to solve with the theorem.
Oh. You don't come here anymore.
That won't stop him.
If a tree falls in force, does it make sound?
Fine. Here's another one.
No!
Okay.
God damn. God, shut down.
Well, here, I hate that he went, here's another one.
He was like, come on, man.
Let's watch the second movie.
Okie dokie.
All right, well, I'm gonna shut the stream down. I'll be back up in 30 minutes.
With Dragon Quest XI.
XI.
Dragon Quest G.
GG Gabor. Oh no, the TV froze.
No, it's just part of it.